boy back here once again with another video. And today we are going to Face of the Franchise.
You know, and this is one of those things that nobody knew to write all this stuff down because they didn't know that it was going to be being talked to. It was just personal things that were happening in y'all's lives. Nobody knew we were going to be discussing this 20-something years later or whatever.
Role player.
What I found was that you know, because what I've known of your guys' situation, that the timeline didn't necessarily fit of all these things. It was like they were conflated together in one or two different incidents in order to fit the narrative. But specifically, there was no aha moment. There was no moment when Nancy called her sister and said, "Come and help Chris sweep me away from all this."
No, I don't think so. I think that, I mean, she had to be introduced to, no, I can't say she had to be. I'm assuming she was introduced
See if that defense can step up. What's up, man? How we doing?
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's see if I'm better than your boy Saquon. Who knows?
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there's still some magic
end zone,
Monday night, and these two teams are doing it.
That's a good 2-yard gain. The 27-yard run.
Once again for the Pittsburgh Steelers, it is old familiar number 7 jersey, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's been the starting quarterback for so long in Pittsburgh. It's hard to believe that last year only played a game and a half before going down with an elbow injury. But Big Ben is back under center, reassumed command of this team. Remember, in the offseason, he said he wouldn't trim his beard until he could throw a football to his teammates. Got that done, got a nice trim, and here he is, starting again for the Steelers.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the
good
14-yard
run. Yes,
the drive, 14 yards. Well, partner, we've seen rookie running backs come into the league and have success right out of the gate. You think most recently as Saquon Barkley finished second in rushing yards his rookie season. Zeke Elliott led the rookie 4 years ago. Do you think this kid has what it takes to follow in footsteps like that?
I certainly do, and I went back to my notes when I was scouting him coming out of college, and those were a couple of the names that I wrote down. Not a strict comparison, but that type of ability. He has talent, he has smarts, his expectations for himself are high, as are his teams. And, you know, running back is a position you see going in the first round very often. This guy is justified being picked in the first round in my mind, and I think that he can carry a ball club if they just hand him the ball 20 to 25 times a game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Ball carrier. Taken down at the
I was trying to break off a hell of a run.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Oh,
and
I think I got
up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 34. And now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Let's see if we can get Deontay Johnson in this bad boy.
3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Oh,
James
come
Bradbury,
on.
he was right there to break it up.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down
Calvin
to the
corner
2-yard
to the
line.
2. Let's
Giants going to
go.
work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019
It's easy as hell to
draft.
punt in this game.
Now Jones to throw from his end zone. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on
Let's
first down.
go, D.
This opening drive, 3 straight
Let's
runs,
go,
so they pick up
D.
the first.
I'm in love. Let's go, D. Let's go, baby.
And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as
Let's
they take
go,
over.
baby.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field
Good
for their
first
second offensive
impression.
possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Let's go,
A
baby.
nice pickup there. And Charles, speaking of this guy, this rookie, he has been outspoken. A great article made the rounds a couple of days ago, essentially saying that he wants to take this team to the playoffs. He wants that more than any kind of individual award that's out there, and that certainly seems like the right kind of attitude to have.
Oh, there's no question about that, Brandon. And to be fair, if this team makes the playoffs, he'll be in the Rookie of the Year contention and conversation anyway. And so I think that the general manager, ownership, they have to have big grins on their faces because this is exactly why they drafted this young man. The talent was there. They just needed him to help get this team over the top. And if he's Rookie of the Year and they make the playoffs, oh, that's exactly what they got him for.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler
Let's go.
touchdown.
Run that ball, baby.
A great
Run that
effort
ball.
there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers
Let's go.
have taken a
First career
quarter
touchdown.
lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Damn.
On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he'll be
Oh, what a hit.
25.
Use your hit stick, too. Dang.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the
Another
offense will
user.
move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
For the right play, yeah.
That too.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Giants 0.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Wow.
And he gets this up
there.
across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Darius Slayton.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact.
Baby.
Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And Tate's got it.
Wow.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
How
It's a
the hell
7-yard
is
gain
he
there. It's
doing
good
this?
enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Jones pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
There we go.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Woods
This
in the
defense really
house.
floated around in the first half.
Woo!
They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
Defense. Oh, God.
They stopped them shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
All right.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And Barkley will try to punch it in.
Let's go.
This time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Another try for Barkley. And
that was
takes
easy.
it into the end zone for
That
John
was easy.
TD.
That was
3-yard
easy.
touchdown run. And the Giants are an extra point
mate.
away from tying up
get
this
him
football
on.
game. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now this, Charles, the final game of the return to football weekend 2020, but we'll be right back at it in 3 days from now. Thursday night football, Cincinnati and Cleveland. No love lost between those two. A good one in the AFC North. Thursday, 8:20 Eastern on EA Sports. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after giving up a touchdown.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Steeler ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete to Eric Ebron.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left.
First down.
A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good.
Up, and it is good.
And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. The final, 29-14. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. 42-28 was the final. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And some room to run now.
God, come on. How can I not stop that?
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
New England's run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They keep it with Barkley on first down.
Boom!
And it's been like this all night long.
Let's go.
As they stop it behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
47-yard line.
Jones, off play action. And that'll be incomplete.
Yes, let's go.
Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
Boom! Fumble, baby. Run the ball.
Steelers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 40-yard run on first down.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down
83.
marker. The Giants 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside.
Let's go, 103. Let's go.
Good for 20 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And hitting Juju on the slant. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%.
Golly.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. But they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. Pushing it.
Good job. Let's go.
Steeler touchdown. A great play there.
2 touchdowns for the rookie.
Second touchdown
Let's
in his
go.
NFL debut. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
How that was accurate. I just fucked up on that.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to dance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. At the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Damn.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A
flag down, roughing the passer. God. How did Dangerfield rough the passer?
That's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Jones now on 1st down. He completes it to Tate. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Jones pass.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Oh, did he get there?
God,
got there.
Up the 1st.
Damn tackle.
1st down Giants. Jones to Ingram. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Pressure
down, go, dang.
Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
God.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion. So here, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
I had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes it all the way down to 15.
God, 14 rushes for 169 yards. Let's go.
Yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
32 on the carry.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third.
And he's going to take it in for a steal.
Eric Ebron with it.
A 14-yard touchdown.
First receiving touchdown for Eric Ebron. Let's go, baby.
Touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Oh, and I missed it.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some
Boswell,
frustration after the PAT miss.
I would have been so
Valentine to return.
away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. This is caught inside the 15.
What?
That's good.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down and goal. Jones.
Left him open.
Caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's now
Left him open.
There you go, Charles.
God,
his first
I left him
touchdown
open.
pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
Oh, he got
I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
Onside kick recovered by the Steelers.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's closing in on that often elusive 200-yard mark.
And you know he's celebrating what's going on. He may not know exactly where he is in yardage, but he has a pretty decent idea.
He knows.
Runners always know. But he's also in that huddle telling his offensive lineman, thank you.
And give me the ball.
Keep giving me the ball. You guys keep doing what you're doing. But a great appreciation of him, of the guys up front, and, of course, the guys on the perimeter. Those wide receivers, they give them some great blocking, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain there of
21 yards.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Oh, and it was
a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped
206.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go. Week 1.
In the win column for the Pittsburgh
Steelers.
And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long.
This
and
kid.
Football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason?
200 yards
yeah, but
on the
preseason,
ground.
you know, it's preseason. This is week
Let's
1.
go.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Steelers, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Say these things or say I specifically never did this, and I think that's something that they need to hear.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the timeline. I was in Japan. Jackie and I was started off, and Nancy Ballet at the time was closing black. I was, I don't know where Nancy was. Jackie was there, I was over the total. So, and then 15 years go by. Timelines of people get skewed. But if you listen for this 15 years, your timeline's pretty right on.
All right. Big Ben, 5 of 6 for 82. Rushing, we had a field day, boys. 19 carries for 206 and 2 TDs and 1 broken tackle. $19 yards after the contact and 3 20-plus yard runs. Longest run of the day was 64 yards. Receiving, Eric Ebron had a field day. 3 receptions for 52. And Juju 2 for 30. The defense, though. Antoine Woods. 2 TFLs. Dangerfield, 1 assist, 1 total tackle, 1 tackle, and 1 pick for 5 yards. That is beautiful. Come on, Jordan. Let's see you do some stuff, boy. All right.
And, you know, people that I know and respect, their love have gone through this. So, I mean, it's a hard...
Deliver the win.
Anybody, and I think
2,500 XP for that. 250 legacy.
And the bottom line is, guys, we'll never know what really happened between
And it is on.
Because the two of them are dead.
The regular season was off to a hot start, and I was full of confidence when I stepped up to the podium. If the press wanted a quote, I was going to give them one to remember.
How do you manage the noise?
You guys were great. You guys were like everybody else on the planet Earth. Every other human being on the planet Earth. You were happy with each other.
Of course you hear it, but I don't have time to worry, so I push it to the background. Every hashtag he wrote gets...
I said my piece, gave them a good quote to run with too, and stepped away. But despite my answer, I knew the games ahead would determine if the hype was real or just hot air.
But I wanted people to know that it wasn't like, and I mentioned this to Evan.
First post-game presser. Locker room swagger. 20 morale game for the entire team. Let's go, baby.
Relationship that she was waiting for a way to escape from. No, you guys were perfectly happy, like every other human being in the world, until you weren't happy anymore. And it was not related to Chris Benoit himself, because the issues predated that. And it's just that here he walks into the situation probably he didn't realize.
I remember that day. The game plan flowed through you, but everyone has someone they can lean on. Which teammate helped you the most?
The whole team respected his opinion. He was sort of the veteran voice of the team everyone looked up to. No matter how things went, I knew I could count on him.
Sometimes things don't turn out the way you planned. And you said it best. It's happened to almost anybody that's ever been in a relationship in their life. And that's
so we are 1-0 with a new upgrade.
Thank you guys for letting me on. You've handled this wonderfully. And I appreciate this more than you guys will know, because, you know, it was like...
I think I'm going to do my receiving back. Or the elusive back. Because I'm going to do more running the ball than anything.
You know, that means they just threw the thing together. And then...
95 speed, 96 acceleration, 94 agility,
The answer to any questions are he didn't want to comment. Well,
95 change of direction. And that's actually a 97 with a +2 morale boost.
I would definitely done it. But I'm glad I got the chance to say my piece with you guys. Thank you.
Again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Jim Cornette Experience. I am Jim Cornette, broadcasting from a secure location on the outskirts of Louisville, Kentucky. And folks, tonight, or today, or whenever the fuck you're listening to this, we're going to talk about the Wednesday Night Wars getting even uglier. Not the promotional tactics, just the matches. And also, in honor of Road Warrior Animal, we're going to have some memories and a watch-along.
We're going to change that ability to break
Midnight Express. All that and so much more on the program today. We've done so many programs lately, I can't even remember which program this is. I thought he might be going to introduce me, but instead I will introduce him. Hawaiian Brian, the podcasting lion, the king of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network, Mr. Co-host to you, the proprietor of the all-new takeout and delivery only French Toast Chateau, Ooh, what a rush. The great Brian Last.
Aloha, Jim. A pleasure to be here once again. I know we have a lot to talk about, but of
Give
course,
Rookie of the
like everyone
Year.
else, very sad to hear about the passing of Road Warrior Animal.
Well, and I had heard, maybe I haven't been on the interwebs a lot today, but I'd heard that the family was going to put out a statement later on. That was yesterday. Did that statement ever come? Do we have any other further details at this point?
I will look for it. I didn't see something. I would have thought I would have seen it from somewhere, but I'll see while we're talking here if I can find anything.
But, yeah, you know, 60 years old, and the last time I saw him, which we'll talk about, he looked like Road Warrior Animal, but anyway, we will talk about that later on here on the program. The Wednesday Night Wars,
Key contributor.
all kinds of other stuff going on. But I'm serious. When we were about to start this, and I realized that we have been doing this,
but we are rolling
lately because I took
into
a couple
week
days
2,
off for my
and it's
birthday
going to
festivities,
be
but still,
fantastic.
we did the same amount of shows.
This is where I'm
back
today,
to back.
guys.
We're hot shot.
But I appreciate everybody who dropped by.
To hit that accelerator too hard,
Hit
Brian
that subscribe
Last.
button if you're new to the channel.
Are we hot shotting the territory?
And always remember
we're still selling out. So
to stay
maybe it's not at a crisis point
godlike.
yet. Maybe even though I can't remember what show I'm doing, the people still enjoy it.
It's not hot-shotting if you keep having to add more seats.
There you go. Good idea. Good way to put it. And maybe also, am I even more popular and more palatable when I don't really know what the fuck it is that I'm doing exactly and just have to bluster through it?
I guess.
There may
I never thought of that, but
well, because the less I
Oh, it's in my.
the
Oh,
more
okay.
the numbers go up. I was, you know, when I watched the Wednesday Night Wars shows, but I was